News. It's coverage you can count on.
By lunchtime at noon, about 52 degrees, and then afternoon temperatures today spent in the upper 50s to low 60s. All of this with plentiful sunshine. A light breeze from the north at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then for tonight, clear early on. Clouds will be on the increase generally after midnight with lows in the mid to upper 30s. I'm Local 3 meteorologist Allison Pryor.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Discovery Outlet. Save locally owned and operated on Northley Highway in Cleveland next to Don Ledford Automotive. Discovery Outlet, where smart shoppers save.
Right now, your current Vascular Institute temperature standing at 58 degrees. There is plentiful sunshine outside today, so maybe get out there and enjoy. Well, if you were with us a few days back, we had our friends here from Cleveland State Community College. They had a play called Leaving Iowa. We got to meet some of the cast members. They came in, they were talking to us about it, and they're going to come back in today. They're back in our studio here of WCOE, also on Mix TV, to tell us how it went. They did two big shows, and to tell us all about it is the cast members of the Curtain Call Society, part of that there, and Holly Shiver, if I got Shively is here with me. I was trying to get that right, of Cleveland State. Now, Holly, kind of walk us back through about what this is going to be about and what is going on at Cleveland State with the Curtain Call Society.
All right. Well, Leaving Iowa is the story about a man who is kind of on a personal journey. He's remembering the family vacations, the craziness, the crazy trips, the almost getting hit by semis and so forth, and his dad acting crazy. But his dad had died and had been cremated, and now he's fulfilling a request to spread his ashes. And so he's actually trying to look for a place to do that, an appropriate, meaningful place. And so he kind of travels back along, that previous road trip. And so we get a lot of flashbacks going on, which just increase the hilarity of it. Curtain Call Society is Cleveland State's drama club. It's I started it about 10 years ago when I came here, and I've been trying to build it. It's been a little difficult, especially the past couple of years and stuff, but I would definitely say this show really gave it a nice boost, shot in the arm, so to speak. So we're really hoping that we can now really go forward from this point strong.
Now, you were talking, Holly, about this being the first really production in the last couple of years because COVID. And so I'm assuming no matter what happens, it's one of those things that you kind of got to get it reinvented again because you have that little bit of a layoff. It's hard to kind of get everything going. But it sounds like you got a good group of students this year, which makes it so enjoyable. And we're going to meet them again right now and let them tell us a little bit about their character and really about this experience because this is the first time this group has got to perform. Is that correct? Because of the 2 years layoff there. So we'll start here to my immediate left, the only guy in the room. So tell us your name again and the character that you played there.
So my name's Canyon Norman, and I played how many characters? 6?
6 characters.
Yeah, so it was...
Personality disorder, are we?
Yeah. So which one do you want to hear about?
Yeah. Well, it's the main one that maybe was the main character for your 6.
Okay, so I played Bob. And Bob was a hog farmer who only had one hand. He got it clipped off by a baler, and he wanted everybody to know that it didn't hurt one bit. So he owns this hog farm in the middle of Kansas, and it's considered the dead bone center of the United States. And the main character, Don, his father wanted to visit there on a family vacation, but he couldn't make it. So, I own it, and it's been shut down since his parents went on this vacation. So he shows up out of the blue and wants to spread his dad there. So I was, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Nobody's been here in 22 years.
Right.
So that's pretty much my character. He was very shocked to see somebody actually on his property.
On his property.
To see the center of the United States.
That's it. So tell me, what did you learn from this experience? And now let's go back and revisit again. Have you done musicals or plays or something prior to going to Cleveland State?
Yes, I was in Drama Central at Bradley.
Okay.
And then I did a play here called The Diviners in our local theater.
Right, yeah.
Club here in Cleveland. So I've been in a lot of different plays. And this one felt felt good because we had a small cast. We had 10 people, so we all got to know each other very well by the end of it, and we only were together for what, 3 months, 2 months, 2.5 months.
So the participation from the other fellow cast members was great.
Yes.
The interaction and how was the attendance for the 2 shows that you guys did? Did you have pretty good attendance?
We really did, actually, for it to be, for 2 shows at a community college,
Yeah.
it was pretty packed.
Well, good.
For the most part, yeah.
Good. The arts are so important, and I think it is as you get out of high school and into college, no matter what college you're going to. So thanks so much for coming back in, telling us about it and your experience. Let's move on over to the next young lady. Remind us of your name and the main character that you participated in.
Yeah, so my name's Alexandra, and nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Yes, thank you.
And I was also 6 character.
6 characters.
But I would say my main one was Judy, and that was actually Bob's wife.
That's my wife.
And
that's your wife right there.
That's
my girl.
My main job while Bob was telling his clipped off by a Baylor story was to completely cut that off just because he says it so often.
Right, right.
And other than that, yeah, it was a very fun show. Lots of costume changes just because of the amount of people that I was. But it was really fun.
Now, kind of going back with you, did you have any prior experience to this, or was this your first thing doing with plays and things like that?
Yeah, actually, I did plays all throughout elementary school, middle school, and then a little bit in high school, but not so much. And then I stopped completely in college, so this was my first college production.
Now, doing that, did you kind of get the the itch or the desire to maybe do some more of this after college, like locally, like
Canyon.
I want to say Cameron. I knew that was wrong, but Canyon was doing there?
Yeah, I'm actually transferring to a 4-year after this semester.
Okay.
And honestly, with the size of the cast and how this production was really, truly amazing. So I think I'm going to end it on a good note there.
Okay. All right. But you enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely.
Do it again in a second.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's come over and meet our third one that's here with us today. Remind us of your name, please.
My name is Braylee Moorhead.
And who did you play in this production?
Well, I was in the ensemble, and I was brought on kind of late because I came to practice with her one day.
And then you just got dragged in, right?
And Holly just was like, "Okay, here's your parts if you want to play." Yeah. I think I ended up with 4 parts. But one of my main parts was a mechanic named Jamie. And I'm basically trying to fix the main character's car, but my associate, Fred, won't stop bothering me to do these impressions.
What kind of impressions does Jamie do?
In the play, she does John Wayne and Elvis Presley.
Can you give me one of the 2 of those?
So we purposely did them badly because we wanted it to kind of seem like Fred was overplaying her. Right. But I do it really annoyed. I just go, "Where you headed, pilgrim?" And then I just hang my head. And I try to walk away before he can make me do anything else.
Okay, I got you. The experience that you had from this, you said you kind of got dragged in late on the tail end of this thing. But overall, how was the experience for you?
I loved it. Like they said, we had an amazing cast, and we all just did really well together trying to figure out how the play worked. We ended up having a lot of funny stuff that we added on without it being in the script, and it all worked out really well.
You know, the reason that I wanted to get you guys back in, one, to get your feedback, because you guys were so fun the first time that you were here. I knew it was going to be great. But the second thing is, Holly, I wanted people to understand that how much fun this is. It is work, but the reward is that self-reward, that self-gratification that you get for being a part of something is something, like they said, they're going to remember for quite some time, maybe the rest of their lives. And this is available right there at Cleveland State. So come on back up to the mic there and tell us, as people prepare to come to Cleveland State and those type of things, how they can be a part of the Curtain Call Society there.
All right. Well, when you enroll at Cleveland State, we usually have, at the beginning of the semesters, both semesters actually, like a club fair. And so all of the different clubs will kind of put out promotional materials, things like that, trying to get, those that are interested. And there's all kinds of clubs that, to fit your interest. And you know what? If we don't have a club, you can start one. You find a faculty advisor that wants to sponsor you. In fact, we just started one this semester, the AV Club, which some of the members were very helpful in helping us with our technical aspect, our sound and such. So there's just really a lot of opportunities that maybe people don't really realize. You know, they think of community colleges, well, let me just focus here, get my degree, and then I'll move on, whether it's to a job or to a 4-year school. But there are so many other opportunities that we offer. One of the cast members came up to me afterward on Saturday, and what he said is really why I do this. He said, you know, I had just moved to the area, and this show was more than a show for me. It was I needed to have people accept me, and this group just welcomed him in and accepted him, and it's that very reason why I do this kind of thing, is to build the camaraderie, to build the relationships. These people probably would not have ever met necessarily on campus, even though we're a small campus, you know, but if you don't have classes with them, you know, you might not get to know these people in this way, and this really provides an opportunity to do so.
Well, Holly, I was very impressed with when you guys were here last time. When you were on your way out, I said, I want you to come back, kind of give us a recap how it went, and bring some of the characters back in with you. And I say characters in a positive way, and let them kind of talk and tell us a little bit about their experience, and really to kind of put a spotlight that this is available there at Cleveland State, because we have some great programs around the area. We talked about Bradley Central Drama Central. Lindsay Bell, she was actually in our studio this morning talking about the mock crash that she's helping with tomorrow at Bradley Central. There's so many ways that people grow up in the community, but then they think, okay, I'm going to go to Cleveland State and I'm not going to be able to participate in something like that any longer. That's why it's so important to get this out there and make sure people understand there is an outlet at your community college for something like this, and it just seems to be a great thing there. I know COVID kind of slowed you down a little bit, but I think after this year you're gaining momentum, and we just want to keep that ball rolling. That's why we wanted you to come back in.
And we so greatly appreciate it.
So to get more information, they just kind of need to be looking out for those club meetings. Is that what you would say? Whenever the semesters come, whatever time of the year it is, those meetings happen, and people can maybe find the curtain